think about that. People of other color groups, of which there are 2,500 different skin colors on the face of the earth. If you can think up 2,500 different names for races, you've got too much time on your hands.
Right.
Dry.
Sure.
You need to realize that within 30 years, we, rather colorless people, are going to be taking orders from those that we have thought less than for the last 500 years. We're going to learn a really valuable lesson. When I go on a college campus, somebody always says, well, if they get power, aren't they going to want to do to us what we've done to them? And I say, wait, let's find out if that's true. Now, when I did this at the University of Houston, there were 1,500 people in the audience. And Angela Davis was sitting beside me going, ooh. I didn't understand it. I said, well, every black person in this room who wants to get even with all white folks, please stand. 2 young men stood. Nobody else stood. And I said, look, folks, they don't want to get even with all of you. Look at there. And those white folks look like, oh. I said, now, let's be honest about this. Well, every black person in this room who wants to get even with 1 or 2 white folks, please stand. Every one of them stood.
Right.
And laughing.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's my fear. I said, now, people, here's the answer. And if you want to be treated fairly in the future, don't be one of those 1 or 2 that they want to get even with today.
Right.
The way you treat people in the present will that will define how you are going to be treated in the future.
Right.
And then somebody will say, I get this all the time. And I heard this out of one of the politicians this morning. I know who it was, Bernie Sanders.
Right.
And he said, do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Wait a minute. If you and I got on an airplane,
right,
and I had a piece of luggage to put in the overhead rack, and you said to me, can I put that up for you, ma'am? I'd say, yes, thank you very much. Your mother did a good job on you. I would like that. If you had a piece of luggage, and I said to you, Sonny, do you want me to put that up for you? What would you say?
If it was reversed on me, I would probably...
what would you say if I offered to put up your luggage? What would you say?
I would, well, personally, if it was you, I would probably say, I think I got it.
I'm sure you would. If it was some other woman,
right.
What would you say?
Oh, sure.
You would?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You cannot joke about racism.
Of course.
Don't do that.
Sure.
You know you don't want to be treated the way I want to be treated.
Right.
And I don't know how you want to be treated, so I don't have the right to treat you the way I want to be treated. You might not like it.
Right.
So the golden rule doesn't work unless you're a white person.
Exactly.
If you care at all about other human beings, you practice the platinum rule. The platinum rule says, treat others as they would have you treat them.
Sure.
And in order to find out how they'd have you treat them, you have to ask them, you have to listen to the answer, and then if what they ask you to do isn't immoral, indecent, or illegal, you do it. But the point of the platinum rule is you have to communicate with one another. And the problem in this country is we do not communicate across the races. And we have people convinced, and I get letters like this from people all the time. Well, you can't be mixing the races. And I think, wait a minute.
Right, right.
You can't mate a cat and a dog and get a dad or a call. But you can. People of different color groups mate and reproduce and produce brilliant, beautiful, creative, courageous, wonderful human beings because we are all members of the same species. There's only one species of people on this earth, and that's Homo sapiens. We are all Homo sapiens. And skin color has nothing to do with intelligence, nothing to do with your worth as a human being. And I want this nonsense stopped.
Right.
Victor Hugo said, no power on earth can stop a man with a dream or an idea whose time had come. Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream. We killed him thinking we'd stop the dream. We didn't stop the dream. But as a result of my watching that ugliness happen and having studied Martin Luther King Jr. before, I did the blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise. And this is an idea which no power on earth is going to be able to stop.
Right.
The idea of one race, the human race, is an idea whose time has come.
Right.
That time has come, and it is time now to do away with racism.
Right.
God created one race, the human race. Human beings created racism. Anything you create, you can destroy.
Yes.
We could destroy racism in 3 generations if we decided to.
Right.
And we would be a happier, we would be, oh my God, you cannot imagine what it's like in my classroom or in a boardroom when the exercise is over. And I say, take off your collars, we're all members of the same race. And all of a sudden you find out how it could be in this country if we really practice what we think are Christian ideals. And if we really practice fairness, if we really had to suffer what other people suffer on a daily basis, then we would see to it that nobody would suffer that way again.
Right.
After I've done the exercise at 3rd grade level, later on in the year I say, do you want to do the blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise again? No, why not? You could be on top. No, I don't want to ever make anybody feel the way I felt the day I was on the bottom. That's education. That's leading people out of ignorance.